Welcome to the Guild of Calamitous Intent. What's up, Ronan?
What's up, Darkish?
Oh, nothing, man. Just been playing some Harry Potter.
And so have I. I've been playing the game that must not be named.
The game that must not be named. The game that must not be played.
And must not be played, yes.
Yes.
Apparently. Cause you know what that means now, Darkish. You and I are hurting people. We are destroying
100%.
lives by playing this game.
Okay. I gotta ask because I know you played past this part. Did you get like creepy pedophile vibes from the one character?
Which one?
The one that's in the bar.
The barkeep or the one that was asking for us?
The barkeep.
Oh, the barkeep herself, quote unquote. I honestly didn't get like, creepy pedo vibes or anything like that. But what I did, my eyes were just basically rolling once I knew that this part was gonna come. But at the same time, it was just I'll say this. Now that you think about it, it is weird that as soon as I show up, because I went with Sebastian instead of not Sai. I went with Sebastian instead, and I was like, as soon as both of us show up, she's like super friendly, drinks are on me, and all that kind of stuff. Like, all right, just met. It's kind of weird that you'd be like that, but all right, then I guess maybe killing this troll might have just earned me hero for the day in Hogsmeade.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that, but yeah, now that you mention it.
Too friendly. The character is too
friendly.
The character's too friendly. I don't like it. I stay away from the bar. Oh, it's giving me some damn fear and hunger, like PTSD.
Oh God. Oh. Like, I haven't played that game just yet, so I cannot confirm nor deny that would be the case.
Buddy, look, let me tell you. Okay, I downloaded it and I was gonna blind play it.
Right.
Okay, because it was recommended to me, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm gonna play it. I'm not gonna go know shit about it. And then I'm like, okay, well, it's 2D RPG, RPG Maker type game.
Yep.
And then you go into it. All right. So I hear some barking. Dogs. I'm like, okay, I'll fight the dogs. I'll whatever. I need some experience points. I don't know how this thing works. I got killed by the first encounter. Okay.
Oh, damn.
By the very first encounter in this game, just murdered me. So I restarted. And I restart as the barbarian character. Okay, I need a tougher character, so I go on and I just walk into the dungeon. I don't think nothing about it. The first enemy I run into is an ogre.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You remember the story? Is an ogre with 3 legs,
a tripod.
Tripod, yes. And my reaction is just like, dude, that's a dick. So I haven't gotten any further than that, really. Just being honest with you, I lost my arm during that fight, and I haven't played it anymore because Harry Potter released. So
right, of course.
I uninstalled it so I'd have room for Mr. Potter.
You playing it on PC?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, I get that. And I had to delete some shit on my PS5 in order to download
infinite
that as well,
replayability on PC once mods start coming out. Unless they start banning modders for doing it.
They'll probably ban modders just so that way they can prevent them from changing the voice of the barkeep. But actually, that's got me curious because I was watching a couple of VTubers. Yes, I know I'm a weeb and I watch VTubers. There's a couple of Japanese VTubers that are actually playing it. They're playing like the game with the Japanese dub. So it's got me curious when it gets to that part.
Oh, it's not going to happen. That is not.
That's
if
exactly
they do it, it's going to be played for humor because of the Japanese stuff. It's going to be like a really deep man voice. If they keep it in there.
Just like with I'm sure you remember Lala-chan from Persona 5.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
going to be
something
the
like that.
deepest voice in the game. Okay.
Oh, that'll be
If they
funny.
kept it, so it definitely, if they do that, man, record it or something. Use like Streamlabs to get a clip of it, like because we will watch it if they do that.
Oh
But
god, yes.
I'm betting they're gonna go the opposite way.
Yeah, probably.
Like if Japan is gonna do it, they're gonna do it hard. They gonna go hard on the paint. You know what I mean? Like Japan is gonna go hard on the paint.
No, they don't give a fuck,
100%.
man.
Because Japan don't give a fuck.
No,
Like
man.
massive respect for the Japanese. I just for that right there, like they
Oh
don't give
yeah.
a flying fuck about our politics. None of it matters to them. Thank God.
Yep, yep. I mean,
I
look,
mean,
it's upsetting when the localizers here manage to actually talk to uh people over there in Japan, be it like video games or anime or manga or whatever, right? They
mhm.
manage to basically get a monopoly on this shit, but um I imagine when they're translating it for themselves, translating Western shit for themselves. No, they'll stick to what they know and they'll stick to what they do best. Thank God for that.
I had somebody ask me like why I have a Doctor Who poster on my wall, and I'm like because I'm tired of losing ground to them. On our end, I'm still a fan. Like I don't watch any of the new stuff, but I'm a fan of the old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I've got this one, and I got a Dalek poster on my opposite wall here, and I'm like, I'm not losing any more ground to them. That's 100%. I will do a Star Wars D&D game if I have to, to because I'm not going to lose any more ground.
Right, right.
We've lost enough to them already, but I'm reclaiming like what was basically I'm trying to reclaim what was taken.
Oh, okay.
While supporting new creators and all that stuff.
Yeah, I get you on that
Like that's
actually.
why I play Marvel Snap. You know, it's a fun little game that has nothing to do with any of that stuff, but it's a good way to waste time. So I'll play some Marvel Snap. I don't care.
Nice.
I'm not gonna use any of the characters unless they just really help my deck.
Wait, what?
Unless they really help my deck, in Marvel Snap.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Right.
but like, I'm not losing any more ground to it. Gatekeeping, we've been gate kept out of our own stuff for too long, right?
I suggest
And
we charge right through those damn gates
oh
and
yeah,
then just gatekeep it ourselves. Yeah.
but you know what they can't take from us is Asian stuff, man. They can't
They
take
will never touch the
that.
Asian stuff. That much is
um,
certain.
but
Actually, that's funny too because you got some what is it? You got some mangakas now who are starting to wake up to it and be like, I'm gonna try and use AI to translate this stuff and then get an editor to properly fix it. I'm like, thank God some of these people are starting to sort that shit out now. Even
yeah,
if they have to use AI, but it's a step in the right direction. And it's funny too because the localizers here are just like, I don't know if this is a good idea. That would hurt and humiliate your industry. And I was like, it's gonna only
no,
hurt and humiliate you guys.
Harry
Okay.
Potter has proved that like that you it's not gonna hurt your industry, it's gonna
No, it
help it.
won't.
Like even with like the 99% stuff that I disagree with JK Rowling on,
Same
right?
here.
I disagree with her 99% of the time. But man, can she tweet. Like, damn, can she get them going. Like
Yeah, I can give her that.
when she posted she made that one comment like a week ago, right before the game came out.
Oh yeah.
And it basically, was like, a fuck you to all of them. And I'm like, my queen.
Wow.
Like
Wow.
that was my response to it. I'm just like, my queen. Like
Oh
I
my
will, I
god.
will, I will show some fucking humility here and like, how the fuck are you on their side? Like you mean like one of us? What the fuck?
That's man,
Like
that's something.
that 1%, that 1% that I agree with her on. you know.
But
And the fact is that 1% that I agree with them on, I bought this game for. I mean, part of it. Like I didn't buy it. I'm a Harry Potter fan. I wanted to play a Slytherin. Like
okay.
I was gonna get the game regardless if it was good or what. I mean, I was gonna get it. I wasn't going to get it on opening day. Let's put it like that.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna wait a little while and wait and see, but hey.
Speaking of actually, since it was on opening day, I'm surprised. Yeah, I heard that there are some PC some PC issues. I don't know if you've been dealing with those at all, but like I know for me the console ports, like on the PS5, it's running pretty good. I haven't had any issues at all. So I'm surprised that so far the game seems to actually be running well. It's a rare occurrence.
The biggest problem I've had, and I had this last night mainly,
Right.
was it was a massive lag. But that was on me because I didn't restart my computer before starting it.
Oh, okay.
And I was trying to stream it, and it was lagging like crazy, and I was trying to fix it through that old TV that I was telling you about before we started.
Yep.
And was just lagging like hell, and like the voices would get, everything was continuing before it actually appeared on screen. So you'd run into like characters talking over each other, weird stuff like that, in just the dialogue, because it was lagging so much. But I got that issue fixed, and the first day I streamed it, I was on the way to Hogsmeade. Natty started walking backwards.
Right.
Right at the I didn't know this was at the point where the scene was supposed to start.
Mm-hmm.
But she turned around and she looks at you, and so she starts talking. And she started walking backwards. And she walked right into a damn corner and could not walk out of it. So I had to restart basically from Hogwarts. Oh shit, we got a Royce in early. Royce, what's up, buddy?
Royce is in early. Look at that.
Man. I'm gonna test some shit out. It's gonna make me look nerd as fuck, but yeah. No, I got some blue light glasses because my new job has me in front of screens and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I've been having trouble sleeping and stuff, and they just came in today, so I kind of want to test them to see how they do.
Yeah.
If there's too much of a glare and shit, like, but yeah, I'm gonna look like nerd as fuck here because I don't wear glasses, but man, I think the blue light stuff lately has just been screwing with me. So let's throw those on. Oh god.
Ha, nerd.
I know, right? Oh, you can see the reflection in the screen and shit like that. That's really bad. Maybe if I just stare down. All right, I'll just try to wait off angle.
See, I used to
see the reflection of your light too.
Right. I know.
I used to have a fucking ring light in my old streams, and I would turn my glasses to where it looked like my eyes were glowing.
Right. Yeah. Well, so I've got obviously a monitor here and a monitor there, and
Right.
like, so maybe for like editing work and stuff, and if I can figure out how to kind of position everything to where it's not like as glaringly bad.
Yeah.
But I need to do something, man, because like I was talking with somebody. I was like, man, I don't know. I haven't been sleeping well lately. I don't know what the hell's going on, but not to derail the conversation, but I wanted to test these out because I was like, yeah, I'll go on. And I was like, well, you know what? I need to test these and see how they work. I'm gonna wear these, and if they help me at work, my wife was like, yeah, we'll buy another pair of them, and you have them at the house when you're editing and stuff. So
what's up, CW?
But anyway, man, what you guys talking about? What you guys do?
Harry Potter.
Yeah, we're talking Harry Potter.
Okay.
The game that's hurting people apparently.
Yeah, the wife and I we're gonna pick that up.
Nice.
We're gonna well, and here's the thing is, like, my kids like the movies and stuff, so I was gonna pick it up just for like the kids because they have a good time. Dude,
What's up,
they're reflective as shit, man. Oh well,
yeah, real reflective.
You get used to it if you kind of tilt your head the right way.
Yeah, Darkus looks like he already knows how to do it.
Yeah. No, we were gonna check the game out regardless. All the fan backlash rounds is like, I want to buy it day. Can't buy it day one. It's mortgage week, and mortgage week sucks. Anybody out there paying rent, paying mortgage? Hey, I'm going to say something. And Titus said this years ago in one of his comedy specials. He's like, dude, if you're in like California and you make your rent on time, you're successful. So I want to throw that out there, man. And for all the guys out there who are busting hump, paying their rent on time, paying their mortgages on time, paying their bills on time, you guys are successful. Never stop thinking that's not a success in your life, right? Never think that is not a success in your life, because it is. So yeah. But no, that's man, it's weird. Like it changes colors and stuff, but yeah, I gotta try something, man. The sleep thing. Anyway, but no, I've seen you playing. I haven't tuned into the live streams. I've just been busy, with life, which I live an awesome life. So that's not actually a complaint. I feel bad because I can't always jump in and see the boys and see what they're up to, but
it's all good. I'm leaving them up, and I'm using specifically meme thumbnails.
All right, Royce,
So,
I understand you don't like my streams anyways.
I'm gonna be 100% honest, bro. I don't think I've subscribed to your channel. I'm so sorry.
No, honestly, that's
he
fine.
just made a YouTube channel yesterday. Okay.
Shit.
Bro, I've always had the YouTube channel. I've just never actually made or uploaded content into it. That's the thing. Right now, I'm just sticking onto Twitch. I'm
what you need
constantly
to do,
trying to kick my ass to actually
Ronan.
make fucking videos and whatnot.
Ronan, what you need to do, you already got the Twitch channel. Just save them from the Twitch channel and move them to your YouTube channel.
Right. Yeah. Upload the archives.
And here's the one thing, Ronan. Here's one thing that like I can't the one thing that helped me is a lot of people are like, oh, it's a new Drink's Crazy. He's a new channel. I'm not. This channel's been here a couple years. Started out as a political channel. And I still kind of cover those same topics. But it was just I was trying to present in a way that just isn't my natural way of presentation, and people snuff that out, and that's why it didn't work before. But the big thing is, man, is just when you get home from work, like, I don't know if you're like type person, you get home, you get the gym bag ready, you go to the gym, like do that first, right? But you get back from the gym, whenever you get home, and you think, okay, I have a couple of hours to relax before I go to bed, or I got a few. Don't sit down on the couch. Go do a video. Just don't, because that's my enemy, man. Like, dude, sitting down on the couch and just like, and I won't say zombie because the content that I watch usually doesn't require me zombieing out just because of how I am as a person. It's usually I love watching all different kinds of stuff. Man, don't give in to the lazy, man. God, and it's so easy, dude. There's like, it's so easy to give in to the lazy. Just don't give in to the lazy. Just when you get home after doing, the stuff you got to do to keep life moving. Okay, you get home, don't sit on that couch. Whatever your couch is. My couch is a couch. It's got heated seats. It's really nice.
What's up, Eric?
But don't give in to that, man. Don't. And it's tough to work into, but after you do it for a minute, and I will say this, you start seeing some people come in. Just keep it going. Don't give in to the lazy. People don't like people who give in to the lazy because people don't want to watch somebody who gives into the lazy in the same way that they give into the lazy, right? It's a lot of people look at me and go, man, how do you do the content that you do? I get home and I got a wife and kids too. And I talked with my wife. I said, baby, I said, I think that this could, if I do it right, this could turn into a job for me someday. And this could be the thing. And it could get me home with you and the babies. And I could be a part of the homeschooling with the kids and, and go out on the field trips and the nature hikes and go to the museums. Like that's my goal. I want my channel to grow to a point where I can work at it for you know, however long I have to, but I'm still home. You know, I eat breakfast with my kids. I can, you know, in between videos, I could go upstairs and I can help them with their math and help them with the reading. And I could like, you know, sneak in like the philosophies and stuff when they're young, you know. So, um, and that's the goal, man. Just don't give in to the lazy. Just don't. That's the thing is like like one of the things that I do because I started to have to do it is like I get home and instead of sitting in the couch, like I'll sit in the garage, you know, I crack a beer and I sit in the garage. And if I don't have a video ready for the day, like maybe I'm looking for like a topic and I find that topic, or the other thing that I do is I have to switch gears kind of mentally because my job does this different thing, right? And so because my job does that different thing, I switch gears mentally. I take 10, 15 minutes. I say hi to the wife. She and I talk. She'll tell me about her day, what's going on. She'll show me some funny videos. The kids will say hi, and then I go do a video, right? You can do that. But like in the off, I was coming home. I was like, baby, I got to do a video. Okay. And she understood. Go do that. That's how you do that. Just don't give in to the lazy. And it's
100%.
It's fucking hard.
I'm gonna make sure that this video is on my history so that every time I start getting the lazy, I'll listen back to this. I'm not letting this shit happen to me anymore.
Yeah,
Dude.
I may clip this. So
No, go for it. No,
I would I would recommend you clip it, yeah. Because you know it doesn't even
clip
just translate
stuff out of your live streams and post it as videos, man.
that's what I started doing that last week, actually.
Good.
Yeah, I actually saw that. You clipped Quirky and the whole white woman thing, dude. Yeah, I saw that
and you
shit.
put it as a short, you SOB. I was like, you sent it to me. I clicked on it and I'm watching a short. And I was like, damn it. I clicked off of it. Because I don't want
I
YouTube
don't
to
either, but every time I've got to figure out how to actually do clipping. Because every time I've done it, I have locked my video down to just being that.
Does this platform allow you, does it like record and save your streams?
No, but I can always pull them off YouTube.
Yeah, that's fine. So pull it off YouTube, and then if you need to know a program, I can tell you a program that's pretty cheap that's really powerful. I've been using it for years. It's so good.
Because the one I've got is one of the free ones, and it's trash, dude. It pisses me off to even think about using it.
Oh no, I broke it. Nope.
What did you break?
Well, I'm trying to move I thought I had some more room to move the ring light. I don't.
No.
But no, yeah, no. It's so dude, this Hogwarts Legacy stuff, man. Holy crap. Like it's holy crap. How insane has it been, man?
It's gotten insane. I've seen personal things on Twitter with like, okay, so we know the whole girlfriend reviews thing. I don't know if you heard about that. You covered that. Yeah, plenty of other people were attacked.
Yep.
I know you didn't cover this section. I saw it firsthand on Twitter and whatnot. So I'm a weeb myself, so I follow some of these like virtual YouTubers kind of thing. Yeah. Weeb and proud. And there was one.
Oh, wait. We ain't gonna skip past that.
yeah.
Weeb and proud. Well, we know what you use
SpongeBob,
tissues
you know,
to anyway.
ugly and I'm proud. But there was one virtual YouTuber who wanted to stream Hogwarts Legacy, and then she started getting harassment like left and right.
Mm-hmm.
She decided she would cancel it, and I saw this myself. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me with this stuff, dude. And you know, that's when I started going on a bit of a tirade myself on Twitter. I was like, look, if anybody wants to play this game, you play it. It's as simple as that. It's a video game. It's not like it's legitimately hurting or killing people. Anybody that tells you that that's the case,
it's legit killing me. I can't even say it jokingly. Like I can't even hit the punchline before I start laughing. That's how it's. No, you're right, dude. You're 100% right.
It's oh god, it's absolutely insane.
Like, no, dude, you are not wrong there at all. In any way, like it's So I watch Clownfish TV. You guys watch Clownfish TV at all?
Yeah, I do.
So I really like them because they like to cover a lot of like the business side of stuff, the stocks going up and down, what's going in and around the companies. And that's a really nice perspective to see versus just a lot of the
culture stuff.
A lot of the YouTubers that I watch. And God, I'm not used to wearing glasses. That's fucking, how do you do it, Darkish? Like I have good vision. I'm not used to this. Anyway,
I've done it since I was 10, and then I always switch back to contacts because I hate glasses.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I had to take that shot. But nah, man, I got to do something about this blue light shit. At least I think it's the blue light.
Look,
I don't know. But
do you have a blue light filter on your monitors?
I don't know.
You should. If it's a newer computer, you should have a blue light monitor.
The computer isn't new. The monitors are.
The monitor should have it.
The computer's about 7 years old.
The monitor settings should have it.
Okay, I'll check it out.
And it'll make everything yellow, but your glasses.
No. Well, it's a warm tone, is what it is.
Yeah.
It's a warm. I know because I've been editing videos forever. No, but what I was gonna say is like with this Hogwarts Legacy crap, man. Just being as it is just a game. It's just a game. It's not anything more than that. And I was watching Clownfish TV and Neon, the male voice of Clownfish, because there's Neon, the male voice, and then his wife Geeky Sparkles.
Yeah. Yep.
And he was saying, he goes, they want this to kick off like
Gamergate 2.0. Yeah,
exactly. And I heard him say in a video yesterday, and he was like, I think this did kick off Gamergate 2.0, but in the reverse of what the first one was, right? Whereas the first one was all these journos attacking the gamers and like, oh, you evil gamers and you're misogynist. And he goes, and what happened here was people came after the gamers, and the gamers stood up and said, fuck you, I'm gonna play this game, you dirty SOB, and screw you guys. Come on, no. Just the way that was phrased, no. Anyway, but and I'm gonna be honest, man. I think after I saw some of this, I was like, man, I think this is gonna, and I actually made a video on it the other day just before they said that, and I was like, I think that this is going to help, because I think a lot of people who are not politically initiated into the culture war are getting screamed at right now, and they're going, dude, it's a game.
Yeah, I saw that video yesterday.
It's some pixels. Like, what are you talking about? Well, and I think that's going to be
polygons, but yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be a big thing here.
Yeah.
My perspective on it was that when the game came out, and just from the initial reviews before actual reviews from like the game journalists started coming out, people were saying that the game was really good, that it's nostalgic, that it's the Harry Potter game we've always wanted ever since we were kids. What I was hoping, I'll be honest on this, what I was hoping was going to happen was that it would have kicked off not a Gamergate 2.0, but instead it would have just essentially just pull the veil entirely on the whole game journalist industry, and basically people would just see, well, I mean, we see that most of them are garbage, but I'm hoping normal people would just basically see them as completely unnecessary, and that they would just die off entirely altogether, because we already have independent people on YouTube who cover these games. They review it themselves. You got walkthroughs and playthroughs that people upload. You got Twitch streamers that play the game and they give their own, 2 cents on it and everything. So the old guard at this point is basically on their way out. They're going the way of the dinosaur.
Wrong.
Oh, really? Okay.
People who there is, and a lot of people might disagree with me. You keep in mind the old guard for 2 reasons. One, they've been instituted for, I mean, think of mainstream media. How long has mainstream media been a thing? Probably since, the 1930s, 1940s.
Less than 100 years, I would put.
Yeah, but still a long time, right?
Yeah, of course.
Right, because we went away from, because this used to be the thing, independent people talking about independent things. That used to be the norm. We've culturally changed the norm to the mainstream media, which is what we now call the old guard, right?
True.
Okay. Do not discredit the absolute amount of cultural norm they still have. To guys like us who have jumped out and have probably been out for many years. Keep in mind, I was rah Mitt Romney back in the day. Like, I'm not that guy anymore. I mean, I would have preferred, and I still preferred Rand Paul back then, back in the 2012 election.
Ron
right?
Paul.
Was it Ron or Rand that ran? No, Rand.
No, it was Ron Paul. Ron Paul was running 2008 and 2012.
It was Ron. Are you sure? That's
yeah.
Right.
It was Ron Paul.
Yeah. Sorry, that was But Rand Paul, dude, I've been a Rand Paul guy because Ron, I was a little too young for the Ron Paul thing.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was still in middle school when that whole situation was happening. So, but in retrospect,
I was in the 2012 election. I had a kid, so but Rand Paul, dude, I've been a Rand Paul guy for a long time. Ron Paul, I haven't listened to very much, but I'm assuming I've listened to him a decent chunk. But,
right.
But that's one of the things that people need to understand here is most people are not politically or culturally initiated. Okay,
I could agree on that.
They have been trained and taught throughout their life, for instance, and you can hear it. If it's good enough for me, it was good enough for my kids. I've heard that from people who send their children to public schools.
Hey, Jolly.
Okay.
Oh yeah. There's a phrase around here. But I'm gonna interrupt you there for a second. I'm completely agreeing with you.
How dare you interrupt me on your fucking show?
There's a phrase.
It's only your fucking show. What the fuck? Like
it is.
I disavow.
I'm still a polite motherfucker.
I know you guys. I still have that southern politeness.
Yes, I do.
Fuck yourself sideways.
Yes, I do. But there's a phrase around here. It's like, you're not better than you're raising. And I argue with that all the time. I'm like, you have to be. You have to be better than the way you were raised. Otherwise, we would still be in caves.
Right? You gotta be. Yes.
You gotta be.
Yes.
All right.
No, you're right. No, you're 100% right, man.
Because you'll hear parents say that all the time. Like, and people will say it to me all the time. You're not better than you're raising. And I'm like, yes, I am. 100% I am better than my raising. And you have to be. Because if you're not, that's where you get the generations of kids that are on meth, right? You get generational meth heads from that, right?
Also known as Florida men.
Hang on. Florida men are at least badass, though. Make it short. I'm still
dude. We need to do this stream one night. We need to do this stream. We need to go one night, and we'll dedicate it, and we will call it the Florida Man stream, and we will go to floridaman.com and just get a panel of people that don't know some shit from some shit, and we will just go through the articles. That's on, dude. Yeah. Have you ever been to floridaman.com?
I read them on like Facebook when they pop up there. But no, I haven't been to floridaman.com.
No, you got to go to floridaman.com. It's but yeah, no, and that's why I don't think the mainstream media is on their way out. They're losing money.
No, they will convert. They always do. They change with the politics, right? Because
it's the Overton window.
Yeah.
It's the Overton window, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if that does happen, though, if they do change with the politics, I at least would hope there's going to be some people to hold their feet to the fire and be like, well, you remember when you did this or said that before? Yeah, at least hold them accountable to some way.
It really won't happen because we're the ones doing that, right?
Right.
The YouTubers do it all the time.
Don't fucking throw my name in with you. I don't want to be associated with you.
Fuck you, Royce.
I wasn't offering.
Too bad.
What do they say? It's not the bad thing if you yell surprise.
Yep. Don't die, Royce.
Dude, this cold has been stupid this week. I blew my voice out so bad last night. It was bad. Were you there for that?
No. I was.
Well, you jumped in for a quick second.
Yeah, I jumped in for a quick second. I'm always going to jump in there at the beginning, at least to say something like, "Hey, throw a like on there, whatever."
Yeah, you know, I appreciate it.
Like I've told Boo-Rat, like I don't watch your videos, but I do hit the like button.
See, that's the thing that you can't do. Like, what you got to do is if you don't watch the videos, put them on, and like even if you mute it, just let it play on your. Because I have YouTube Premium, so it'll just play. Yeah. But like, put it on like when you're doing something innocuous, but give it that watch time.
Oh yeah,
man, because that's the only thing YouTube cares about right now is watch time.
I'll put it on while I'm at work, like your Sunday stream. I'll actually listen to that one while I'm at work because Sundays are slow. Mm-hmm. But like Boo-Rads, I'll hit play on it and I'll walk away. Right. I might pull this in, listen to it for a second.
Dude, man, I haven't subscribed to Boo-Rad. Dude, there's too many things to follow as one guy, man.
Yeah.
It's too much. You know? And it's like, fuck, dude.
I will at least throw a subscribe on there, and I will at least like the video. You know.
Yeah. No, man, and you know, getting back in the Hogwarts Legacy thing because, like I said, I wanted to get it just because the kids like Hogwarts and or the Harry Potter movies and they're fun movies. Even I like them. I like them after. I like the movies after the third movie when they changed directors, The Prisoner of Azkaban, and they really started going for more of that dark tone. Yeah, I really like them after they pick up there. There's still a couple of them. There's like those really bad, like the Half-Blood Prince was just not a good movie. And my buddy goes, "Yeah, there's a reason." I'm like, "Why?" Because he's read the books and he's he'll go back through and he's not like a huge Harry Potter fan, but he spends his money on his books and about once every year and a half or so, he's like, "Yeah, I'll go back through the series and just because he's like, well, I spent money on it, I might as well get my money's worth out of it." And that's just how my buddy is. He does it with video games. Dude, he's got video games. Yeah. He's been through. What did he say? He played Dead Space like 15 times.
Wow.
And he goes, because back in the day, he goes, I didn't have a lot of money to go out and keep buying games. He's like, that's kind of why he became like a completionist.
Mm-hmm.
Is not because he's like, oh, I need it. He's like, I spent money on this game and I didn't have disposable income at one point in time in my life to go keep buying games and keep buying books and stuff. So he's like, I just replayed and found new ways and then reread the books that I had. And there's issues with the movies and stuff like that. But they're fun time. We go through as a family and we watch the Harry Potter movies once a year. And then we also watch the Lord of the Rings movies once a year and things like that. And so the kids liked it. And I was like, you know what, if it's a decent game, let the, I'll check it out. And if I, I'll take a chance on it. And if it's not got nothing bad in it, let the kids play it. And then all this stuff started, like the losing it levels of stuff that people have is to be expected. But to see that this thing is possibly going to be the #1 selling game of the year before on pre-orders alone.
On pre-orders alone, it has broken the records on stream.
Yep.
It has broken the records on Twitch for most viewed.
Yep.
Like, it's fucking insane that it's a Harry Potter game that jumped it off. Like, that jump started this shit. It's a fucking Harry Potter game. And I'm like, I was never a Harry Potter fan as a kid, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't grow up reading them. My brother did. He had all the books. He read all of them. He talked my ear off about it, right? I could not stand Harry Potter when I was a teenager. I couldn't fucking stand it.
See, I
Then
was,
in my
I was a
20s,
little
he's
kid
like,
when Sorcerer's Stone came out. My brother, all right. So my brother took me to go see the Harry Potter movie when I was a kid, because I wanted to see, because all my friends were seeing it, and my really religious house, and my mom, she was kind of listening to like a lot of what was going on, and they're like, oh, it's a demonic book. The Catholic Church was, it's not demonic, it's a fairy tale, it's a fairy story, right? And that's really all that there is. And but my brother needed to get out of the house, and I don't know if there was anything else that my brother did. Like when we went out, I was a little kid, and my brother was like, I'm going to take you to go see this movie because you want to see it. And I remember being like, wow, my brother wants to take me to, because my brother and I never it's not a thing, man. He's 8 years older than I am, and my brother and I, man, we just never got along. But he took me to go see because my parents had him on lockdown, because that was after. No, he didn't have his felony charge then. So it was before that, but it was, my brother was getting into some trouble, and my parents had him on house arrest, and they were checking his car every day to verify the mileage on it to make sure that he wasn't taking his car. Yeah. And let's just say my dad's one of them old school dads, or at least he was back in the, now he sees his grandkids. Oh, how are you guys? What the fuck? Where the fuck was that when we were kids? Right? You pansy ass old man. And I get after my kids at my parents' house now. And then my dad's like, well, you're being a little hard on them. I'm like, hard on them? I didn't even raise my voice. You launched out your chair and whooped my ass for doing what they're doing. But anyway, that's a different story. I'm being hard on my kids. Where was that when I was a kid? But anyway, and my dad would like, my dad straight up, like, you did not want to piss that guy off, man. Just not a good, and never chest up to that man, period. That, like, my brother learned that lesson a couple of times. Don't chest up to that man, because it doesn't end well, right? Because that's, again, you want to act like a man, you're going to get treated like one, right? And man, and like, but my brother took me to go see the Harry Potter movie, and I was like, Jared, should you be out of the house? He's like, no, mom and dad said it was okay to take you to the movie. And I remember seeing that and just going, man, that was such a guy. I still remember the movie theater. I remember the day. It was bright and sunny outside, man. I remember the whole thing. Like, and the Harry Potter wasn't new in theaters, but I remember that my brother took me to that, and that was a really cool day. And that was one of the things that, like, it's just one of those childhood memories. Like, I got to spend time with my brother, because, again, as my brother and I, we don't get along, right? So there's kind of like the start of like the Harry Potter thing. And I'm not a big Harry Potter fan. I like the movies fine enough. But there's that kind of thing, that childhood thing. Like, man, me and my brother got to go. And I don't know if my brother was like using me as an excuse to go get out. Like, and there's a lot of family stuff going back and forth, like there could have been, but man, I remember being so happy that my brother wanted to go take me to a movie. And that's the part of that story that I latch on to. So for like the Harry Potter stuff, and to see my kids so happy about it, and like, man, like, I remember being happy to see that. And that's why I wanted to get this game, and just to see the game, one, being successful, and two, people not backing down and going, screw you guys, screw you and your internet crap. They're like, but J.K. Rowling is at the, shut up.
Yes.
And just to see, but the level of it, and it's not like a couple of people. Again, it's the people who are not culturally initiated to it.
Right.
That, I'm like, they poked the hornet's nest, and they poked the wrong one.
I've said this before. I've said this before. Like, if you want if you want to win the culture war, right, you've got to get the normies paying attention. I've said that. You cannot disregard the normies. They're the ones who actually push it forward.
Dude, I'm a fucking normie to like such a great extent. Like, I know I'm like a half normie, half nerd, right?
Well, I mean, even still, I'm not even saying like nerd or whatever. I'm saying,
I get
you get the people who don't know shit about the internet bullshit to know, right? So people who watch Fox News and watch, just their bullshit news all day, and that's the only thing that they know. Or they watch.
Fuck Kikomon.
Damn. Yeah, Kikomon.
Oh, Hale here said something.
We got him and Skunks in the chat, dude. They're about to get gnarly.
Yes, exactly, Hale. The normies are saying, fuck you, I'm playing this game. Because the normies like Harry Potter. They don't know anything. They don't know anything about what's going on Twitter. Oh. And they're just like, what the fuck is up? This dude told me I can't play this game. I'm going to play this game.
Yep.
Yeah. And that is that's a freedom response. I'd love to say that's American response, but America has done a fantastic job at infecting people with free speech and the beliefs of freedom around the world. And we've done a fucking great job about it. And that's that freedom response, man. Don't tell me what I can't do.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't tell me what I can't do. Hell's wrong with you? Get the hell out of here. I ain't doing nothing but playing a video game. Talk your shit somewhere else.
After 3 years, 2 years of lockdowns, 2.5 years of lockdowns, whatever, people getting told what to do all the time, and they just want to play a fucking game right now. Yeah,
I think a lot of people
play this game.
Man, I think a lot of people are getting to the point where they're just like, "Tell me again, motherfucker."
Yeah,
tell me again.
Yeah,
and I mean, it's one thing is it's interesting because online culture, like there's that. Man, dude, you would say, and some people, and this is why I love, is like some people don't understand that you can't blur that line between the online and the real world. Because, dude, a motherfucker will blast you if you say that shit in real life, right? People come at you and that you want to start some crap in real life. There are dudes that just, especially dudes that like in the construction world that I'm in, you really don't want to get in their face. Like guys like my brother, right? That's awesome. You're just a misogynist. Dude, my brother would lay you out and move on about his day. He wouldn't even be emotional. Like my brother, dude, he was a roughneck on an oil rig, man. And my brother is flat out said, he goes, I've whooped people's asses and it wasn't even the hardest thing that I did that day. He's like, I just went out. He's like, my brother, he was a roughneck on an oil rig. He's like, went out to the bar with the boys one night. Some guy started running his mouth. And he goes, I set my beer down. I dropped him and I grabbed my beer and kept drinking. He's like, and that's what you got to understand, man. There's dudes out there like that, man. There's dudes out there that you got to understand. Whooping your ass is not the hardest thing in someone's day. It's not.
Yep.
100%.
Good old Mike Tyson.
Dude, that video where Mike Tyson just on that, what was it, the airplane or whatever? Was that Mike Tyson or was that, who was that?
I can't remember now.
Yeah, but man, that was nuts. But no, and it's just, and what I said in my video the other day is I hope these people scream so loud, right?
That their voices give out.
Yeah, that their voices give out and they get tired and they go to sleep.
Yeah,
right. And what I mean by that is they go to sleep politically and culturally.
Yeah.
They just realize that what they're saying is landing on deaf ears. And they just, no matter how loud they scream, I want them to lose energy, just get fatigued, because eventually you will. Okay, it was Tyson. Thank you, Aaron Behringer.
Okay, so it was Tyson.
Megatonic Audio, what's going on, man? Megatonic, he shows up to my channel once in a while. I appreciate you, dude.
Yeah. He's been in mine since the beginning, really.
Yeah.
What's up, Mega?
I got Skunks and Kikomon here. They're all right. I don't know. But yeah, man, no. So I've heard from some people the game gameplay is good, story is meh, but overall gameplay is good, not a lot of problems, fun experience. I've heard it's about 7.5 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah. If they do some updates to it, like just get rid of a few glitches, that were from early release.
Right.
I think it'll be fine. And because like I ran into one on my stream, and you got to go to the town, and you're following this character. You can't get in front of them, or they'll stop moving.
Oh,
basically.
okay.
So the
It's
character
fun.
gets to the point where they're supposed to talk to you. They turn around and look at you, and then this character started walking backwards, and they walked right into a corner.
Oh shit!
And I'm like, okay.
What?
I start trying to blast the character, whatever I can to get a turn. Nothing works. So then I had to restart it, but it fixed itself. But
yeah, dude, one of the best. Can I talk about game glitch? Every time I hear game glitches, one of the best game glitches is in Ghost of Tsushima. When Ghost of Tsushima came out, and it was having some decent glitches when it first came out. But like this dude did a finishing move on a guy, kills him. In the story, obviously in the story portion of the game, which is just the open world, and the character like starts to go falling off a cliff, and he's like, yeah, and the thing glitches out, and it goes poof, and it shoots up in the air, and it comes all the way back down and dies. And dude, without it, just bows. And I was like, I lost it. I was like, that's the greatest. I was like, don't even care. Or like there'd be people running up, and they'd go to do like the dancey slash move, and like one dude went up, he went to do the dancey slash move, and the game glitched out, the game physics, it launched him in the air, he came down, he killed the guy, and then he died, and he was like, what the fuck? It was
yes.
But no, that brings this the thing up, man, is I don't know, maybe I've softened on this position too much because I'm a bitch or something. I don't know, fucking know. People come up with an excuse, but like for a long time, I've held the position of when games come out, they need to come out polished, finished, and like with as little glitches as fucking possible. Because when I was a kid, a game come out and didn't have a lot of glitches, and I start to think, and I'm like, yeah, but when you were a kid, dumbass, the games weren't as intricate, large, or had the data packs that these new games have. And I'm like,
if a game came out with a glitch back then, it was never getting patched.
Oh, hell no. And it wasn't. And it's so, but there is the crutch that a lot of studios use now of like, we'll just fix it once it comes out.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I feel like, especially with some of these games, because they always have an online connection. Once you get so many people in an online connection with the servers and the pings and all that, even in a single player game, glitches are just going to happen because there is, that maybe they didn't see, or I don't know.
No, I can actually relate 100% because I grew up during the GameCube, PlayStation 2, Xbox era. I grew up starting, those were like some of my first consoles, along with getting hand-me-downs of the NES and the Nintendo 64. You would get expansion packs afterwards. You'd buy that, and everything. So the games as they were when they were
the Halo 2 expansion set, which was its own separate disc that gave you 10 extra maps for the multiplayer.
But see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Is like the games when they were first released were already complete. Most of the time they weren't as glitched, thank God. Maybe there were a couple exceptions, but
come on, fuck you.
They were complete. And as for the games that they say, oh, games back then weren't all that intricate. Maybe this might be a bad comparison, but the Nintendo 64, some of the games required that actual expansion pack that you'd put on the console. Yes, fine, 4 extra megabits for like that extra, space and running these more intricate games. But I'm just saying, like, for that time, they were pretty intricate, and you had to get some extra stuff. Fine, it doesn't compare to like 100 gigabytes of a video game like fucking Red Dead Redemption 2 today, but
oh god, no, it's well, dude, like COD, man, COD, their updates are fucking retarded. Every time you want to go play like Call of Duty and just have a locker room night with the guys where you sit there and you shoot the shit and you just blow some stuff up and there's loud noises. Every time you go to boot it up, it's like, you got an 80 gigabyte download. Like, why?
What the hell?
It's, dude, like Modern Warfare 2019. It was the only game I had for a long time. And dude, that thing was like 230 gigabytes by the time it was done updating. And I'm like, well, for why? It was bad. It was bad, man. But no, and it's getting those extra multiplayer packs and things like that.
What's up, Trippy?
And still having the glitches and things like that, man. That's just a totally different. It was a different world back then. And Trippy Trippy called me out here. He says game development is relative. It was just as hard back then as it is today. I'm gonna slightly disagree with you, Trippy, in that at that time gaming wasn't then what it is now. And the pressure from the studios wasn't as massive to just get game out. I'm not saying the pressure wasn't there, and we know some pressure was there. We saw, apparently people say that KOTOR 2 wasn't as good as KOTOR 1. My first experience with the KOTOR games was KOTOR 2. I still really love that game. I played way too many hours of that.
So, fun fact about that one: if you've ever played that, you played the Star Wars D&D game, the 3.5.
Oh yeah.
Star Wars D&D system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I love that game. I love.
Mm-hmm.
I have way too many hours in that game, dude. I mean, I only beat the game twice. I beat it once on light, once on dark, and then the other playthroughs that I did were basically to just go and one was play through male character, get all the characters as Jedis, play through female character, get all the characters as Jedis, then go through and unlock all the different sections of hidden lore. I think I did like 12 playthroughs because there were things that I found out later that I missed. I'm like, shit. So I'd start it back up and then I'd literally play the game up to the point where I unlocked that hidden bit of lore that I missed. Right. Because that was back when, what was the website? Like, do you guys remember like cheatcc.com? And then what was the other cheat code website you go to? It was cheatcc.com and what was it? Game something.
I know
God, dude, I spent so many
tip of my tongue.
I know. But you go to those websites and instead of reading like the cheat codes, it was like the guys that were like, hey, if you want to find out how to get all this stuff, and it's like, but it's like, oh, by the way, there's some spoilers here, guys, but you go down and like, by the way, at this point in the game, right here at this point, and I'm like, wait, I played that point and I didn't get that dialogue. And they're like, you have to do this first. And then you'd only read that much because you'd like keep the computer screen, right? Like you'd scroll down to where like the text was like right here, right? So you didn't see, you're like, okay. And then I'd go back and I'd play it, man. I'd go back. No, it wasn't Game Facts. No.
Yeah.
Game Facts was good, but it wasn't Game Facts. There was Cheat CC and there was because Cheat CC was short for Cheat Code Central. What was the other one? I didn't even like Cheat CC. That was like my secondary, but it's the easiest one to remember. There was another one I used to go to all the time.
I can't remember most of the websites. I know I had like a magazine that had all the cheats on it for like Nintendo 64 games, Sega Dreamcast games, PlayStation 2 games. Oh my god! I was into that.
What is this cheat code to? R1, R2, L1, R2, left down, right up, left down, right up.
Wait. Oh god. Oh, I know it. That. Oh god, it sounds like a Grand Theft Auto cheat. Actually.
Oh. Yep. That was the first tier weapon cheats you'd get from Grand Theft Auto. How about R1, R2, L1, R2, up, down, left, right, up, down, left, right.
Fuck yeah. Oh, man.
I still remember those to this day.
Man,
how many times do you think I typed those in? That's like brand new game. I'd be like R1, R2, L1. I'm like, and then I found out later you could just pay to get the cheats. And I'm like, these candy ass bitches.
Oh man. I think that was my magazine, Tips and Tricks. I think that was the one. I think
Tips and Tricks magazine.
Game Copy World. God. No. Cheat Happens. No, it wasn't any of that. Game Genie. No, it wasn't that. God, I wish I could remember that. I dare not try to find that
Game
like,
Shark
because
was
if that
another thing
website
too,
still
yeah.
exists, dude, it's probably so full of some viruses. That dude, that
Oh,
website
man.
probably has viruses that would give me AIDS now. Game Shark, no, Game Shark wasn't. No, it wasn't Game Shark. What the hell was that website?
Oh God.
Yeah, Game Shark was a physical device.
Just like
Oh,
with the
shit.
Game Genie too.
Okay.
Game Shark, Game Shark for like 64 was like a cartridge that you plug in, then you plug the actual game on top of it.
Yep.
Right.
I remember that.
Virus
Oh,
that made
man.
me leap from virtual to reality. Oh God. Oh no. But man, yeah, dude, gaming has just changed so much, and the gaming culture, man. I remember being excited when we were young. Halo 2, I got a lot of hours in Halo 2. I have more hours in Halo 2 than I have in any other game. Like, and I sat there and I added it up. I'm like, okay, so I played Halo 2 pretty religiously for the 3 years, and that was the Halo 2 time because I never had 3 when I was a kid. Because by that time, life had changed. I just wasn't able to get 3. And I played a ton of Halo 2, man. And I added it up one day and I told my buddy, I'm like, all right, conservatively, because I was a teenager, right? I was like,
Hey, thanks for subscribing.
yeah. Wait, who subscribed?
Let's see. See if I can pull it back up.
Can't just say thanks for subscribing.
I was trying to see who it was.
Who was it? Here, I'll do it right. Tell me the name. I'll do it right.
I think he has
I'll
to
even
fix
take
it.
the glasses off, right?
I think Darkish still has to fix his overlays.
I do have to fix my overlays. That's my Harry Potter overlay.
Oh, that's
Oh,
different.
man.
Take the glasses. Wow.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta open Streamlabs just to find out who subscribed here. All right. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Aaron.
Aaron. All right.
Aaron, who?
The Myrosphere Origins. Thank you.
Oh, the Myrosphere Origins. All right. Here's how
Myrosphere
you do it. Here's how you do it. Let me. Thanks for subscribing. Hey, man, I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for subscribing to the Darkest Timeline channel, man. Like, I cannot tell you every time that a subscription comes. I can do the YouTube thing way too the fuck well. It's so shitty and it sounds so fake. But here's where I'm gonna say the Myrosphere Origin. At least I don't know whose boy he was before he was my boy, but he was my boy. Come on in. Did a subscriber live stream with me last week, and now he's over here because I dropped him my gilded. I was like, I am coming over here to the Darkest channel. You guys need to come over here, and you need to check out the Darkest channel because this stream is one of the best. I love being on this stream every week because we get to talk about some shit. But here's how you say: you don't just say thanks for subscribing. You say, hey, everybody! Shout out to the Myrosphere Origins because he decided to subscribe to this channel and give up at least a few of his brain cells every week to me. Stuff like that, man. Yes, thanks for subscribing. Good sir. Have a little bit of gusto. You got the gusto. Use the gusto.
All right.
Be more
So
active
hold
on Gilded.
Do it.
All right. Are you sure you want me to? All right. So here it goes.
Do it.
Welcome to A Drink with Crazy.
That's not how I do it.
Oh, yes, it is. This is how you do it very often.
Hey,
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to A Drink with Crazy. And tonight we're going to talk about how the gay man Darkish doesn't know how to welcome new subscribers to his channel. Now, if you haven't noticed, Darkish loves to do these live streams. He's really chill. He loves to let everybody do that free speech thing that everybody talks about on the internet. But the one thing is when new subscribers come into the Darkish channel, he says, hi, everybody. It's like he doesn't appreciate you being there. He's just sitting chill. It's like, you can't be chill, motherfucker. They're subscribing to your channel. They like what you're doing. Get excited, you son of a bitch. I see, and I don't understand channels that do this, right? It's like they just sit there. They're just, hi, everybody. Thanks for chilling. This ain't the playground, motherfucker. This is YouTube. They're here for you. Get excited. Be happy about it, man. I just, but in all seriousness, love to Darkish, man. He's such a great guy, but he could grow some balls once in a while. Just a little bit. Not like he don't need big old cantaloupe cojones, so I come from construction, guys. I got a tangent for a little bit because that's what a Drink with Crazy does. I tangent, but I come from constructions. I've seen dudes dig roads on the side of mountains with excavators. You don't need cantaloupes that size hanging between your legs. You just need some pea-sized one to say thank you, Myriasphere Origin, for subscribing to the Darkish channel and for being here on the live stream.
Fantastic. Just fantastic. Outstanding.
The fact you didn't yeet me halfway through that.
And then you get the clap. There you go.
God, that hurt.
Unless he's giving you these tips for free.
No, I was just giving him shit. That wasn't a tip. I was just giving him shit.
No, yeah.
I have it, dude. I just have such an out there personality. I do. Like fucking.
Should have been a stealth mute.
I should have been a stealth mute. That would have been so fucking great.
Oh my god! Seeing this dude ranting, raving with all the movements he got, it's pure silence. Like that would have been hilarious.
Oh, dude.
See, now we just need to go back and voice over it. Just voice over his ranting.
Oh, dude. Oh man, just get a bad lip reading. Just somebody to do a bad lip reading. Oh man. God. Hey, give me a second.
The key to success is the Kiko Man fight song. Yes, I will agree with that.
Yep, it is. Hey guys, I'll be right back.
100% Kiko Man.
Oh my goodness, that was great. That was something else.
Yes. Fuck yes. Oh.
That actually just reminded me of when Atra was playing South Park: The Stick of Truth, and then you had the Nazi zombies just showing up everywhere in that game. That's oh god, that's hilarious. I'm honestly questioning whether or not I should stream that game, but considering a lot of the stuff that's in it, yeah, pretty sure you wouldn't be able to get away with it, sadly. But it'd still be hilarious. Absolutely hilarious to be able to stream that.
Hey, Ronan.
Yo.
Pull up the Kikoman theme song.
All right.
What's up, Asher?
Oh god, I hope this is the right one. Is this?
Yeah. We're gonna play it.
Okay, I hope this is the right one. Please tell me this is the right one. Let me go ahead and just share that. Give me a second.
Do it.
Please tell me this is right.
Bro, I actually top these fucking lyrics into Royce's chat.
You do?
Yes. What's up, Quirky?
Quirky, hey! What the hell?
Have you never seen this?
No, this is the first time I'm seeing it.
Oh, dude, this is. It's been on my channel quite a few times. Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Oh, we are initiating another. Dude, that was so that's why we went. I don't know how Kikomon did it, man. I don't know how much money that guy has, but like he got Mike S. Miller to do a drawn and quartered. And it was the funniest damn thing ever. Yeah. So if you go to the Kikomon and like we were doing like a live watch party pretty much. That's just what it turned into in the voice chat of my channel. Just losing it, man. Because the artists on that, they had no idea. They had no idea. And then on top of that, all my guys jump in there. And then it starts with like Iron Age booty daddy shit. If you go, and it was, yeah, it's where the Iron Age. So if you guys watch my new videos, in the front of it, it's like #1 Iron Age booty daddy. It's because one of the guys on that stream was reading all the chats, and that was actually Trippy Soul's chat. And I was like, all right, I gotta do something with this. And so that's actually why I named my gilded tiers, because you've got 3 different tiers that you can support, like a Drink with Crazy on Gilded. And so I was like, man, I don't know what to like name. They were like copper and silver and gold. And I was like, what do I name them? And so it turned into like, you've got your copper. The copper tier is like the Iron Age guy. The silver tier is the Iron Age daddy. And then the gold tier now is the Iron Age booty daddy. And I was like, and I just, because everybody's been giving me, been doing that, because apparently somebody screen grabbed my ass one day when I went to go get some. Well, I was grabbing, I don't know what the hell I was getting, but I was getting something. And I think Billy Bob Sack screen grabbed my ass and made that like his, it was great. I was just like, you son of a bitch, dude. I get fucking roasted on my channel. It's hilarious. But no,
he really does.
He really does. You're like, he really does. You've been in the chats too.
Like now he sent me a DM the other night and he's like, man, I like coming on your channel. Your chat's nicer to me than mine is. And I'm like, that's okay. That's okay. Cause my group here are the same as your chat is. Like,
it was great, man. It was great. Like it's just, but God, no, it's hilarious, man, to just, it's both hilarious and it's both awesome to just see how the community is coming together. And I'm honored that the community of people that's coming together like around the A Drink with Crazy banner, not because maybe because of the A Drink with Crazy banner, but like as I tell people all the time, dude, my Gilded is awesome and I have the best community on the internet, not because of me. Like I put the videos out there. Those guys are the guys that chose to click the link, go join the Gilded, and then they talk with each other, and then they networking with each other, and they're proofreading people's stuff, and they're helping people build stories and writing stuff, and they're sharing memes, and they're building camaraderie and they're doing, oh man, dude, I'm watching a community over on my Gilded build in a way that I was just like, well, you build a YouTube channel and people are like, hey, like, where else can we go? And it's like, do you have a Discord? I'm like, no, because they're commies. And I know Gilded's not super commie, at least yet. And I was like, well, here's my Gilded, and go over to my Gilded, join my Gilded. We can talk over there. And then just what's followed, man, has just been just insane. Oh
yeah, 100%. I mean, like, we actually share a lot of the same people.
See,
you know, a lot of the same people go to your channel, they go to mine. So I completely agree with you. We have the best community in the world. Like,
bar none.
We do.
Bar none, dude. It's not even close.
No,
it's not. I mean, dude, and like the things that they'll talk about, the things that they care about, the things that, man, I was we did our Thanksgiving the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and I got up early because I you know, I got my smoker going, and it was gorgeous. You know, it was a little cold that morning, but the day was nice. But I was smoking a turkey for Thanksgiving dinner, and while I'm smoking the turkey, I'm sitting here talking with the guys on the Gilded, and we're talking about life and how I'll agree with that, Kiko Mon. And we're talking about the evils of the world and the things that are happening, and how, you know, and we're from different parts of the globe, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I'm like, you know, it's like Black Knight, he's from Bulgaria. Man, I got more in common with Black Knight than I probably do with my next door neighbor. Maybe. I don't know. Because I don't know my next door neighbors that well. I know my next door neighbors better than but I don't know my next. I mean, I know my next door neighbors because of where I live now.
Yeah.
Better than I knew, you know, when I lived in Colorado. But I feel like you know, what people are talking about. He said, wait. You're wrong, Mariosphere Origins. Never forget that communists like to co-opt words, and they like to change the definitions. And it's why I say, it's one of the things that I say, is that people always say that politics is downstream from culture, but culture is downstream from language. And if you do not jealously guard language, you will lose the culture. And people did not jealously guard the language. Okay. You're right. Words cannot be owned, but the common definitions of those words can be changed. And if you do not jealously, community used to be a good word. It's been a good word for many, many years. And it's not been until recently that these communist pricks came in, well, not even so much yes, communists, but they're Marxists is what they are. That's the Marxist ideology. And that's where critical theory, and then the subsequent critical race theory, critical gender theory, critical identity theory, all that stuff comes into play. But it's the Marxists that came in and co-opted the language. Okay. It's why I will not sacrifice the word community to these bastards. Okay. They will not change the definition of community, not to me. I will not sacrifice any more ground to these sons of bitches that are looking to ruin my fucking children. You stay away from my kids. And the way that I will keep you away from my kids is by protecting the fucking words and the language that we use to teach my kids. Every word that you succeed to these people is one more word they use to destroy your fucking world. And you cannot let them do it. Community
100%.
is not a communist word. That's what they want you to fucking believe. They want you to think that they took that word. They want you to think that they own the fucking language, and they don't. Do not let them control how you speak, because when you say that community is a commie word, they have already taken your speech from you. And it is small and it is duplicitous and it is something I will not let them do.
Based. And I don't say that in a joking manner. That's some like straight from the heart shit that I'm hearing from you right there,
Dude,
Royce.
I fucking hate it, man. I fucking hate it. One of my best friends and I, dude, we would go back and forth all the time. And we still do to this day, where I talked with him today. And, a lot of times we talk about a lot of the mundane shit because he and I, we've gotten into the philosophical stuff.
Right.
And we'll say words and we go, wait a minute, hold on, we'll stop. And we will stop each other. And if one of us has it, because sometimes I talk with him a lot, like while I'm driving, and I'm going to say, no, look up the definition of this word. Let's make sure that what you're saying and what I'm saying, because if I said the word and that word doesn't mean the thing that I think it does, I shouldn't be using that fucking word, right? Dictionaries are there for a fucking reason. People are like, what are you going to go read the dictionary? Yes, motherfucker. Because if I'm not using the language properly, I will use the proper language. And they don't care. They say, I will change your language to put you where you belong. And that's what they've done. I fucking hate it, man. I fucking hate it. That's why people go, well, you can't say that. That word doesn't mean that. Yes, it does. No, that word means no, it doesn't. That word means this. It's always meant this. Okay? It changed. Now, if you guys have ever understood, and I got into this when I started reading more into Tolkien, if you understand what philology is and how language breaks down, how it evolves over time, how it changes over time, how different things come together, it's why a lot of people are like, oh, why do we have to speak Spanish in America? Why do we have to? Well, guess what, dude? We don't have a multicultural. Well, we shouldn't have a multiculturalist culture here in America. We should have a culture that is an adaptive culture, an adaptive cultural. That experience. That's what America was supposed to be. We bring other people in, and then they bring the best parts of their culture, and they make the American culture better for it, right? Whether it's their food or their song or their dance or their beliefs, and they bring the best parts of their culture from around the world into America. That's why we were the melting pot, right? America was never supposed to be multicultural. We were supposed to be one culture that could change and grow and be better by the seasoning of the best parts of other culture, right? We were the melting pot. And from that melting pot, the greatest flavors of the fucking planet would come. And damn it, we were good at it for a long time. And something changed. And people can argue as to what changed and the point that it changed and this, that. But the fact of the matter is the one thing that people do now is they try to change the words that you use, the daily words that you use. And they try. That doesn't mean what you think it does. Yes, it does. Here's a dictionary. Here's a printed fucking dictionary where that word meant this. Oh, by the way, here's the printed dictionary from 50 years before where that word meant this. You don't get to change it. You don't get to change what I am fucking saying. And this is something that our founding fathers knew. This is something that the most fantastic writers of the last generations knew. You don't change what I say. I said it. These are the words that I said. This is what the word means. You don't get to change it to advance anything that is countercultural to me. And this is the duplicitous bullshit they tried to do with Tolkien. It's what they keep trying to do with our Constitution, which, by the fucking way, it sits next to me every night I do a fucking video. You don't get to change the words that people said. If they adapted over time, because we might have a different understanding today, you go back and you read what they meant, not what you want it to mean. That's the commie fucking bullshit. Do not secede language to these fuckers. It's part of the reason that I don't like when people say community, and I am not attacking you, Myriasphere Origins. I am not, and I apologize. This is not an attack on you in any way, shape, or form. In any way, shape, or form, okay? This is an attack on the idea that when they change a word, we have to run away from it. Like scared little bitches, like good little conservatives. That's why I hate the fucking word woke. You know, the word woke was around 6 fucking years before it was ever used on Fox News. They proudly proclaimed they were woke 6 years before conservative media used it. And then conservatives, like the good little bitches that they are, picked it up and decided they were going to use it as a way to trash them. And every time you use the word woke against them, they proclaim how proud they are to be woke. That's why I say they're not woke. They are participants in the fourth great religion. Why? They fucking hate religion and they act like they're a part of one. You don't let them use words and change your language. Don't let them fucking do it. It's detrimental. It's so detrimental. And it's terrifying. The words that we say mean something. And for those of us who use a lot of them, and I fucking do, dude. I mean, if you see the psychology of the world, I talk more in my day than most women do. On the average, I probably use more words in a day than my wife does because of how my brain is wired. Words fucking mean something. And that doesn't mean that I don't get shit wrong. And that doesn't mean that I don't stumble sometimes. But that's one of the reasons I tell people I do my Sunday live stream, and if I fuck some shit up, if I get something wrong, you call me out on it. You don't just agree with me. You don't just agree with Darkish. You don't agree with Ronan. You don't agree with your best friend when he says a word. You say, stop, hold on. Let's look up the definition of this. Let's make sure that we agree on it, because otherwise, if you secede the language that we use to understand each other, you sacrifice the culture and thusly sacrifice future generations to this shit. You cannot do it. Guard language, guard words jealously. Jealously. Do not sacrifice the words that you use to these people. Don't do it. It's too important. Don't do it. I beg you. Okay? I can't do this alone. I can't. The shit that's going on, it's too big for one guy. It's too big for a couple of guys. It's too big for 100 guys. The shit that they're doing. Teach your kids. Words are important. Buy them dictionaries that are before the 1970s and then after the 1990s, and show them there is a natural evolution to language. There is a natural evolution, and that natural evolution should be accepted. And what the Marxists are doing is they're trying to tell you that the way that they are radically altering the language is how language adapts, and it is not. It is not how language adapts. It's not how words and definitions change slowly and alter over time. There is a natural way that these things happen. We can see it. Study philology. Learn what philology was. Know how things adapt and change with cultures and times, okay? And events. Believe it or not, I was one guy that used to hate the word twerking because I thought it was stupid. And when I learned what philology was and how things, we literally just came up with a word to shorten the way to say a girl is shaking her ass. It literally, and I know that this is a serious rant that might make some people laugh, but it's literally, that's a natural evolution of language. Taking the word community and turning it to communist is not natural. It was done overnight. Take it back. Do not secede another inch of ground from these bastards. Don't let them take another fucking inch. And use your words. Because if all of us here can agree, we know that stories are told from words on a page. If you want good stories to come back, you make sure that those stories are bound in a language that we all understand. It's why Marvel and DC are lost, because they let the words flow differently every day. They mean something different. Don't be like them. Guard the words that you use jealously.
Breathe, Royce. Breathe. I'm not getting blamed again because you don't have a Sunday coffee.
Sorry, man.
I'm left speechless. I got no comments on it. All of it is just spot on 100%, dude. It is.
Nobody thinks about the words that we use anymore. They're fucking important, man. They're fucking important. It's why if I get something wrong, you fucking tell me I'm wrong. You call me out on it relentlessly. You didn't do it right. Words are important, and they're trying to say that words aren't. It's why there's 5,472 fucking genders now, because they're trying to demean it. They don't want men and women to matter anymore. And what did they do? They try to change. They've officially changed the definition of what a woman is in the dictionary.
Oh, Jesus.
Because by changing your words first, that's how they change you. So recognize their first assault is on the definition of language. Recognize that. Guard against it. Protect it. Don't. And when you see those definitions change, don't rant about how ridiculous it is. Take it as an assault on you and yours, because it is. Because they're trying to confuse how you and yours communicate with each other. I saw it years ago, man, and it bothers me to my core. It fucking bothers me. It's one of the quickest ways to piss me off and realize if you look at me and I say, wait a second, hold on. You're misunderstanding what I said. Let me clarify. And then I make that clarification, and then you come back at me and say, you meant that will set me off.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Right.
I didn't mean that. But you said I did, and I clarified, because I made the mistake of not properly setting the definitions before the don't ever tell me what I mean. Now, that doesn't mean I can't say something wrong and confuse people. No, you're wrong, Kikomon. Kikomon, you're 100% wrong. It wasn't feminizing men.
Fortunately, the one thing that it seems like is, well, I don't want to say fortunately, because obviously it's bad that it's happening in the first place. But right now, it seems as though it's only been constrained to the English language. Now, I'm a Colombian. I speak Spanish. I know without a shadow of a doubt, no one can deny this. No one can reject this. Spanish and French and a lot of these other romantic languages, because a lot of them have this core origin to it, which is Latin. They're all gendered languages. There's no way in hell you're going to be able to change that. I can at least speak 100% on Spanish that it is a gendered language. When they tried introducing the term Latinx or Latinx, however you want to pronounce it, like you say, Royce, I found that as an assault. Not just on the Spanish language, I found that as an assault on my intelligence, my own intelligence, and the intelligence of every person that speaks Spanish as well. The fact that you're trying to implement this kind of garbage Western bullshit onto a completely different language, you're trying to change the very structure of it, and that's impossible. Yeah, sure, you're doing it to instill confusion into us. But thank God, thank the one above. Meme after meme, conversation after conversation, poll after poll, a lot of Hispanic people are just outright rejecting that throughout. I remember recently I just saw a meme where it's like, here, you have to it's the whole Wojak meme. Where it's like one Wojak telling the other, you have to call them Latinx. It's like, okay, I'll say that. And then you got the one Wojak who's like, hello, fellow Latinx. You got the other Chad who's just like, call me Latinx one more time, and you'll see why our crime statistics are so high. Now, I know it sounds funny, but it's true. And I'm saying this right now. If I actually met somebody who would refer to me as Latinx, I don't care if I go to prison. The man's not going to be walking again after that. All right? Because that shit is a genuine insult to my intelligence. It's an insult to my culture, which I know that sounds like, makes me seem like I'm some kind of, I'm not you just it's
dude, as somebody who grew up around a lot of people who were Mexican, and I got to experience a lot of their culture through the food and the music that they played. Like, it's fucking important. And it's why I said America wasn't supposed to be multicultural. We were supposed to be unicultural, but we were supposed to be the melting pot. We were supposed to bring in the best parts of the other cultures, the best parts of the music, the best parts of the food, the best parts of the faiths. That's what we were supposed to be. And they turned us into a multicultural against everybody fucking garbage like they did the rest of the world. And by the way, Ronan, you got support in the chat, man. You got people saying you're speaking for them right now. And I'm glad you are.
I'm glad that I'm able to actually do that, because it's legitimately insulting that you get people trying to pull that kind of crap. Most of Europe, all the other languages, they are, of course, trying to cater to that fourth great religion, as you put it. Most of those cultures, most of those languages want to appeal to it. I'm glad that Hispanic people aren't taking that shit. Be you Mexican, be you Colombian, Peruvian, Brazilian, however it is, that language, that Spanish language is being protected. It's being safeguarded. And it's impossible. It's genuinely impossible to try and change that by introducing that Marxist garbage, because the fact of the matter is it's Marxist garbage.
It is. Dude, it 100% is, man. And like, man, I'm glad you brought up the Latinx thing, because I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that, and it, man, and it's it's if people go, oh, these people are idiots, they just don't understand that they understand exactly what they're doing. Never think these people are not intentional in everything they do. Maybe not every person on Twitter, but the talking points are intentional.
This is a long game for them.
Dude,
that's what it is.
It's why I tell people, have kids.
Yep.
Have kids, make babies. These motherfuckers are 20 years ahead of you. Okay? Yeah. The only way we beat this is by having children and teaching them what these Marxists are doing, and teaching them how all we wanted to do is grow up and have a family and make a little bit of cash, maybe take our kids. I can never fucking take my kids to Disney World or Disneyland because of what they have fucking done to it. Because I can't support that. They did that. They changed the definition of Disney. They changed the definition of Star Wars. They changed the definition of Marvel and DC and all of these things that I grew up with. And now when a new thing comes out that my kids are excited to watch, I have to go as the parent and make sure that it's okay. I can't just trust that that definition that I knew that my kids know is the same definition that they're going to be learning. Have kids, teach them, love them. Don't safeguard them from it. Show it to them. Tell them the duplicitousness of what these people are doing.
The depravity of it all.
Well, the depravity gets into a different level, and I don't think Darkish wants me to rant on that. But
no, but that I'm trying to add to what you're saying.
No, you're right though. But you're
Right.
no, you are. No, and man, I just I've ranted about it on my channel. I have now ranted about it on somebody else's channel. But man, it's important. Words are important.
And you know what the bad part is? Since you've been on my channel, my guild shit gets left up now. Like, I'm like, shit, I can't private that one. I'm gonna leave it up.
Oh, man.
Man.
Kikoman, you want anyone to blame when it comes to the divorce laws? You blame Ronald Reagan with his introduction of no-fault divorce. God. But even then, that's just one issue. You've had plenty of other problems even before that.
Like I said, Kikomon, you want to know where all this started? Okay, the sexual revolution of the 1960s.
There you go.
Sexual revolution. That's where, well, it's not where this started, but it was an uptick. It all started before that, but you want a really good point to zero in on into research, because Kikomon said earlier it all started with the feminization of men. Wrong.
Two names.
Wrong. It started with the defeminization of women.
Right.
Remember that. When men do not have a woman to protect, they stop being men. And so, because they couldn't feminize men until there were no feminine women to protect.
Two names I want people to remember: John Money and Alfred Kinsey. I want everyone in the chat to remember these two names: John Money and Alfred Kinsey. These are the same two sick bastards that introduced the very concept of gender identity into society. You remember these people because these are the ones that started it all.
I've heard them mentioned briefly in some other streams and stuff. I haven't had time to research them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it's.
Seamus,
man, I need to message Marius Fear Origins on Gilded and be like, dude, I'm so sorry I ranted. I hope.
No, that's okay.
Like, I hope that I didn't insult him with that. I've seen so many people, and I think and he just happens to be the straw that broke the camel's back. I've seen so many people. Oh, community is a commie word. Community is a commie word. Community, and I'm like, it just boiled within me, and I'm like, no, it's not, because I see I know where I live now, and I busted my ass to put my wife and my children in a place where they could have a community. It's not a communist word. It's not. It's been changed to that because that's what they wanted you to do. And so I feel really, really fucking bad. I feel like I kind of lost my shit on that one. I realized I was still on YouTube, so there were a couple times when I was about to really fly off the handle, and I was like, maybe I should not do that. So Darkish, I apologize if I went.
You're good. Like I said, the guild is here until it's not.
The guild is here until it's not.
And then it'll be, just on another channel. They can't get rid of me. They could just empty my my subs and make me start over. It's really all they can do to me.
Asher brought up an interesting point a while ago. Asher Bruner, he said the problem is Christians are not standing up as they should. I don't know if that's like 100% the whole thing, but yeah, I will, as a Christian myself, say that that's part of it. We have ceded so much ground in the name of progress, in the name of adapting our religion for modern sensibilities. I mean, the Church of England right now at this point is talking about how they're going to degender God and just refer to it as genderless.
Okay. Let's stop making Royce rant in a damn night. Let's at least wait a week before we get into that one, because Royce will not have a voice tomorrow, and I will get blamed for it.
Did you get blamed for Sunday coffee?
A couple people.
Did you? That's great. Oh, that's great, man.
That's great. That's actually funny.
Last night I about blew out my voice last night.
Yeah.
Captain Bob, he's a subscriber of the channel and a member of the Gilded. And every time I see him, I just thanks, man. Thank you so much.
What's up, John?
Yeah, I'm passionate about what I say. Huh? Okay. I just sent you a message on Gilded, man. Because man, I just kind of start to go off. And at some of my early Rippa videos when I was yelling at people, like I'd just be like calm and cool and collected. And then sometimes it's what I like to call my fuck it level. And but anyway, last night on the show, I had Captain Bob come on. He's a subscriber of the channel, member of the Gilded, fantastic guy, just great all the way around. And he comes in and I'm like, man, every time I see Captain Bob, I love like the Minions movie. Admittedly, Minions movie, trash tier, garbage. It's not good. I love that fucking movie. I hate that I love that movie because it's not like the first Despicable Me is just great. And the Minions movie, but man, I would read Captain Bob and King Bob, because I love that. I just love that little dude, King Bob. And so all night I was saying, and Captain Bob went and he ended up, he's gonna go by King Bob now, but not B-O-B, B-A-W-B, and it was just fun, dude. And then the last one of the night is right as because I do the song, the dun 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 dun, dun I do the outro song and I talk over it when I'm going on the outro streams and all that. And right as the song gets ready, I was like, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to this subscriber live stream. I look forward to seeing you next week. And until next time, and I waited until the song ended. And I went, and I gave it everything that I had, dude. I mean, and my voice doesn't have a lot. I'm sure you guys can hear it right now. I gave it everything that I had, and I felt a rattle right about here. I was like, King Bob! And my voice wanted to give out, and I was like, and I was like, and basically my brain was like, quit being a bitch, voice. And I pushed it, and I felt a rattle right here, and I was like, oh no.
Oh. Ooh.
oh man. But yeah, no, I have pushed my voice. You know what? I remember doing the singing thing, man. You guys can make fun of me or whatever, but like trying to, because I'm a baritone, right? Naturally, I'm a baritone, being a male vocalist, and that's like the worst thing to fucking be. Because like I'm not like a bass, right? Like so you can't have that like really deep, like panty dropping, just like bass voice,
Yeah.
Or like you can't have that nice smooth like tenor that just makes the girls go, yeah, you're a baritone, right? You're like you live like right in the middle, man, and like it sucks.
You and me both, Royce. Basic baritone bitches.
You can find. You may or may not like it. Go to Merchants of Midnight on YouTube. It wasn't produced the best, but it's the best that we could do. I tried to put some music videos and stuff together, but Merchants of Midnight on YouTube, that's where my old music is. I'd like to remaster some of it and actually get PRP. But yeah, Merchants of Midnight. You can see me rocking out on stage and stuff. But yeah, I'm proud of what I did. And I like a lot of people, oh, you did like Nickelback style music. I'm like, man, I fucking like rock and roll. Like, fuck off. I know you meant NIGHT. Merchants of Midnight, which is NIGHT, which was, I believe, it was a play off of the I think it was I think that was a Bad Company live album, which was called The Merchants of Cool. Was it Bad Company that did? Yeah, I think it was the Bad Company that did The Merchants of Cool. live album. Fantastic. I love that album. So great. There's so many great killer, man, live music used to be so fucking good. But you know, doing the baritone thing, what I was getting to is like where the first time I lost my voice is I was trying to train myself to hit the higher register, and I would sing along with like artists that I'd hear. Where do you what's the best track? I mean, I have tracks that I really like, but I think a lot of people, the mix isn't good. The mix is not good, but One More, it's a song about drug addiction and what addicts go through when they're getting pulled off of it, was one. So One More was one. Maybe when my voice is better, maybe I'll get the acoustic out and I'll do an acoustic version for you guys.
So when are we getting a rock version of Shotgun Samurai?
When my voice is better, and I actually I'm talking with my wife right now. I'm going to build a small, because none of this is soundproof at all, and I found a way for about probably $200 or so. I can use PVC pipe, and then like foam board that like you would put in like side of like bathroom walls and stuff like that type of foam board, and then foam, like actual like the acoustic foam. And I'm going to build about a 4x4 sound booth, and then and I'll cover it with like, you know, like a black sheet and all that for extra sound. But I'm going to build my own just right off over here, just around the corner, a 4x4 little room that I can step into. It'll be enough room I can set my amplifier in, and I can actually start recording. That's what, wait, what? That's what made it, but without moving. Oh, that's what I made, but without moving blankets. Yeah.
What's up, John?
Oh God.
Where the white women at?
Where the white women at?
It's so great. But no, but what I was saying earlier is to hit those higher registers. Like I would try to sing like Rascal Flatts back in the day, because that was really hard for me to hit. And a lot of like the higher country singers at the time, because I like the older country music from like the 90s. I really like 90s country music up to about like 2010. And I actually like rock music up until about 2010. But something happened in 2010 that got really wonky with the way that they started picking who could and like what songs would come out. And rock music went really, really depressing. It's funny, I say that in 2010. So, because like country music used to be, you know, the dog died, the wife left me, and my truck won't start, right? And rock music used to be like, you know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And, you know, in intermixed here and there, right? But in like 2010 or in and around that time period, they flipped, and country music started being sex, drugs, and rock and roll started being the dog died, the wife left me, and the truck won't start. And
I'll say that actually started earlier than that.
No, and I don't think you're wrong. That's why I just say in and around. I agree with you. I
2003 is where it started.
Well, that was like the Linkin Parks and stuff like that, but you still had the guys
no. I'm talking about like Disturbed went from being, you know, get down with the sickness to being kind of depressing on at least 3 of their songs.
No, and you're not wrong. But at least you still had like, and I still really liked the bands. I still really liked a lot of, you know, I still like Nickelback. I don't give a fuck. Like people, oh, Nickelback gets a bad rap because they were the most popular fucking rock band on the planet. They still sell out stadiums to this fucking day. Like, Hinder was fantastic for a long time. Buck Cherry had some fun. I'm sorry, if you don't like Crazy Bitch, go fuck yourself. Like that's a fucking fantastic song. You know, Hell Yeah was coming out. I mean, Pop Evil, one of their first fucking songs that was a banger was The Boss's Daughter. Like all these guys used to come out with just banger sex, drugs, and rock and roll style songs. And then after that, they were told by the studios, you've got to be depressing and angsty and do the, you know, because your dog died, your wife left, and your truck won't fucking start. And I really didn't. But no, you're right. There was that.
Yeah.
I always attributed that not to the changing of the style of rock and roll. I attributed it to kind of what was left over from like a lot of like the grunge era of the 90s, which I didn't think was bad because you still got like what was like modern like 2000s grunge. And then like Nickelback, I still say to this day, Nickelback was the continuation of like 80s rock and roll. They picked up where the 80s left off because we had to take that break for the decade to get into like the candy pop, the alt rock, and the grunge. And we had some bands that continued off from that, and then and then you get Three Doors Down had some grunge didn't suck. There were some bands that did. I still argue that Bush is such a fucking fantastic band, dude. I love their fucking music. Like, I mean, Gavin Rossdale, dude, that guy can write a fucking song. I mean, The Little Things by Bush. Are you fucking kidding me? If you don't like that fucking song, no, go fuck yourself. Herman P. Hunter. Like, are you kidding me? I mean, just when they hit, oh shit, what was the other one? He did one. It was Winter something, man. But anyway, no, I mean, just I still, there's a lot of grunge that I like. There's a lot of music that I like from a lot of stuff.
We're talking grunge. I kind of like Soundgarden.
My voice is not better now, Evelay music. My voice is worse now. I'm not as practiced as I used to be. But I mean, I'm sorry when dude, just like there's been so many. I can find artists from probably about every genre if I spend enough time looking in that genre. A lot more cigarettes under the belt. There was a lot of cigarettes under the belt back then too. But I had to get out of doing the music stuff. I still do sing like constantly. I still sing constantly. Thank you so much for the compliments. But there's so much music out there from so many different genres that you can listen to and get into. And I can find songs from probably about every genre. No, fuck off. Oh God.
Oh.
I mean, actually, I will say this. If you're a vocalist, and everybody's like, oh, when you have a sore throat, you go take a nice hot shower, breathe in some of the steam. If you're a vocalist, singing in the shower is like really good. Get to expand, you loosen the muscles. No, fuck off. No, cargo shorts, you baby back fucking bitch. Are you fucking serious? I don't even own a pair of shorts. Nor do I even own a pair of fucking tennis shoes. Fucking cargo shorts wearing sons of bitches.
Oh,
but no, no, man. But there's so much good music out there. But like, yeah, it's just one of those things that like, the voice work when you say that, oh, Darkish gets blamed for blowing my voice out. Nah, that's me. I sang in one of the second demo that we did. They call it an album, but it's more like a demo because of how it was recorded. I did a song called Welcome to the Rock Show. And I was really proud of that song because we did some really cool stuff with the instruments on it. We did some really cool stuff with the bass lines. The bass line's the winner on that song, like just totally. But we did, man, I sang for 16 hours that weekend.
Damn.
Yeah, I couldn't talk. I couldn't talk for 2 days. It was really cool, man. That was one of the best. That was one of the coolest things. You'll never understand cargo short hatred. I mean, well, you can't tell gay not to be gay. I guess it's fine. Sorry.
So you just made me think. Have you ever seen this show called Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll?
I have not. Educate me.
It was a series that they tried to put on FX a few years ago, like pre 2016.
Okay.
And basically, it had Dennis
No,
Leary.
shorts are not in my vocabulary, John A. Douglas. You don't compromise. Sorry.
But yeah, Dennis Leary starred in it. He wrote all the songs for it. Yeah. And it's basically like he was an aged rock star that had just quit doing it for some fucking reason. I forget the reason that he quit doing it.
Right.
But anyway, his daughter comes and finds him and like gets him in the go to making music again and all that because she wants to be famous.
Mm-hmm.
But she needs him to help her. Yes, it's fucking great.
That's interesting.
It only lasted 2 seasons. I wish it would have lasted longer than that, but it only lasted 2 seasons and it got canceled. But it was fucking great.
Well, that's interesting. Guys, I do apologize, but I have to make my out. And I am going to profusely apologize to you, Darkish, because I feel like I heavily overtook your stream tonight, and I am sorry. I'm so sorry. I kind of may or may not have gone on like a 30-minute rant there. And I apologize.
Hey, that's fine. You save my voice for tomorrow.
Oh God, dude, I have to do Energy Nights tomorrow.
Mm.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
I have to work tomorrow.
I also have to do that. Yeah.
But before that, I've got to play some Harry Potter before I go to work. I'll probably play it after this tonight.
Right.
I mean, and then probably after work tomorrow. So I'm doing more talking than I normally do anyway. Hold on one second. Kiko Man got a question. If you live in a small town, less than 1,000, hold on.
Ooh.
It keeps
I'm not gonna answer that on YouTube. just period.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna answer that. Yes, sweetheart. These are to protect from the blue light from the computers, sweetheart. There's harmful light that comes from the computer that it messes with your brain, and so I'm trying to protect from that. Yeah, Kikomon, I can't answer that on YouTube.
For legal purposes, I can't answer it either.
Nope.
Shit, I will.
I got kids, man, and my wife and I have talked about, God forbid somebody ever did something to our kids. They would nope, never mind. Nope. It's not good. It's not good. Let's just say that. Stay away from my kids. Stay away from my kids. Stay away from other people's kids. Okay? Stay away from kids. Let them be kids. For the love of God, let them be kids, man.
Yep.
You know, I
live in the South. I don't have to worry about that. You know.
Wrong.
Well,
you're it's everywhere, man. Dude, I moved to a small town in Iowa, and that shit is still out here. It's coming from the public schools. They are federally funded, and it is as much as you think it's not injected. My wife and I have had to stop letting our children hang out with people and stop hanging out with parents because I'll give you an example. This lady, we're like, okay, we're going to let our kids hang out with. She's 12. She has a 12-year-old daughter, just turned 13. She's letting her daughter date another girl, which, okay, well, if you're gay, whatever. Why is a fucking 12-year-old dating? And then on top of that, her 12-year-old is so all about LGBTQ and all of this stuff. She had to buy, her daughter wanted a rainbow cake so that way she could represent for the LGBT community at fucking 12 in a town of less than 2,500 people in Iowa. It's everywhere. And my wife and I went, no, our kids aren't hanging out with you anymore. We're not doing it. We've got other friends. This young lady, this mom, her son's 13. He's got a girlfriend. Why the fuck does a 13-year-old have a girlfriend? That's no. And then on top of that, this young man had a crush on my daughter, which we were like, no, she's 10, 11 years old. You stay the fuck away. No, she's going to be 10 or 11, right?
Yeah.
So they don't need to think about that. Dating is for the purpose of finding the person that you're going to marry. It's not for fucking. It's to find the person you're going to be with for the rest of your life. And people do not treat it like that anymore. My children will not do that. They will treat it as if it is a tool. Dating is a tool, nothing else. That's it. It is a tool to find the person that you're going to marry and be with for the rest of your life. That is it. And these parents are letting their children engage in the modern version of dating at 12 and 13. And then the one parent was teaching their son it's okay to have crushes on other girls while supposedly he has a girlfriend. So not only is it okay for him at 12 and 13 to have a girlfriend, which is monstrously fucking evil in my personal opinion, but then she's teaching her son it's okay to be a fucking cheater at 13 years old.
We gotta put the fear of God back into these people. I'm sorry. I'm going mask off. I want to put the fear of God back into these people. This shit pisses me off, dude. It's just great. I don't have kids myself. I hope one day that I can have kids, and I hope that I learn from the mistake. Okay, full what's the word I'm looking for? Like full clarity, full transparency in this part at least. I won't spoil or say so many details. I didn't have the best home life. My parents didn't have the best relationship, but I've learned from that. I've picked from that. I've seen, some of the terrible shit that happens. And, I've picked up from all of that and understood the do's and don'ts when it comes to not just, being with a chick, but also having kids and having a family. I've more or less learned some do's and don'ts, and maybe, because we're all human, we might make mistakes. But I know this for a fact. The day comes that I have kids, I'm making sure that I instill in them genuine, good, moral values. I don't want them to ever understand things like cheating, unless they're learning at it from a negative standpoint. I want them to know how important it is to, to date somebody because you're going to marry them. Just,
yeah.
oh, God.
Dude.
And it's so frustrating.
No, you're right. No, do it, man. No, yes. Guys, I gotta bounce. And Darkish, I'm so sorry I'm so sorry, man. I apologize profusely for just being a colossal time hog on your stream, man.
No.
You're good, man.
He's all of a sudden the link he gave me ain't gonna work one day. But I appreciate you coming here.
The only way that link will not work is if this channel gets taken down. That's really,
and I don't want this channel to get taken down because, dude, you have a lot of fun on this channel, and especially this stream here, man. This stream here is a blast, and I want to grow because it's different than what I do. Maybe I don't know, man. Because I've had conversations. I don't know. I'm in my head, dude. Thank you profusely for letting me come in and crash and just rant like I did, man. God,
dude. That's what we do. That's all we do is sit here and bitch and rant about stuff that we don't like, and it's kind of getting more focused. Like now, I set up the beginning of this year. I'm like, I want to focus this a lot more than we've been doing. Right? I don't want to read the fucking articles and shit like that. I want to sit here and have a fucking conversation.
Yep.
Right. So that's why
I'm trying to walk the line between those two, man. And dude, it's toast.
Yeah,
it's
I'm like, I can do the articles any other night, right? I want to sit here and have a fucking conversation. If I want to do articles, I'll read them on my stream.
And what's so cool, dude, is there's not a lot else going on Thursdays, man. And it's like, it's kind of one of the reasons I'm like, yeah, I could do like my gaming stream and stuff on Thursdays to capitalize on my time investment. But
yeah,
I'm like, tonight I was like, man, should I do a gaming stream? Because I did a video. I did a video about Tim Pool tonight, which that one gets a little spicy, kind of. But you should check that one out. I come at it from a different perspective.
I watched it.
Oh, you did? Did you think I was just a moron?
Yeah, I was listening to it while I was waiting on somebody else to come in here.
I didn't get a chance to watch it. I'll watch it tomorrow, but interestingly enough, the saga's kind of concluded now at this point. Seems like Tim and Jeremy have kissed and made up.
It's interesting.
I don't know. Yeah, I'll say that.
Interesting. And I don't get into but yeah, watch the Tim Pool video if you guys get a chance. And that's
Definitely
about the only
will.
show that I'm going to do. And if you guys are in here and you're not subscribed to the Darkish Timeline, guys, you need to subscribe right now to this channel here, because this is going to be one of the best fucking shows on Thursday nights that you're going to find today, tomorrow, and beyond that. I promise you guys, you come here, you subscribe, you support this man because he's bringing people on. He's letting people talk and rant and get shit off their chest that they need to get off their chest. And you guys are not going to be disappointed. Subscribe to this fucking channel. And with that being said, guys, I appreciate it, man, but I got to go
later. And if you're not subscribed to A Drink with Crazy,
don't fucking shill me, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm shilling you, motherfucker.
You're gonna get shilled, bitch.
Like,
fucking bastards. All right.
Like, follow this man. Watch his Friday night stream.
Yes. Watch his Sunday coffee streams as well.
Watch Sunday coffee. If you don't watch nothing else, watch Sunday coffee. That's
Sunday coffee's one, man. I love Sunday coffee. It's great.
Like that is the one that I can catch every week.
I'm glad, man. I'm wondering if I should start that one like a little earlier or a little later, or like I was thinking maybe going like I was actually thinking of going an hour earlier.
Earlier would be good. You know, this week, since you missed last week, is going to be long as fuck, though, right?
No, actually, Chico asked me. He goes, "Wait a minute. So wait, because you missed last week's Sunday coffee." He goes, "Are you going to read 2 weeks worth of comments this week?" And I was like, "Yeah." I tell people, if you comment on my channel, I read your comments. It's not fair of me to not, because I got sick. It's not fair of me to not do that. So yeah, I'm going to read 2 weeks worth of fucking comment. I may not be able to dedicate the time to stuff, so I'm going to have to do my best to condense my thoughts. But no, I'm reading 2 weeks worth of fucking comments on Sunday because I got sick and I couldn't fucking do it on Sunday. Nice. So yeah, no, that's what's going to happen. So, but all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for having me on, and I will peace out, guys. And I do hope to see everybody here tomorrow night on Iron Age Nights. And I have not announced this yet, but we are going to have RH Snow, the fantastic Texas force of fucking feminine nature, on the channel tomorrow. So she's such a sweetheart. She's so fantastic. And I'm really excited to have her on the show talking about her Watcher and the Damned series and everything that she's writing. So I would really love to see everybody there.
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
Nice.
All right. And I guess I'll do my thing. And until next time, cheers, everybody.
Later, man.
Laters, man. A Drink with Crazy, everybody. Holy crap. Man, the man is already becoming a living legend.
Yep. But let's see, it's 9:15 now, my time.
10:14 on my end. Yep.
Yeah. You're gonna have to go here soon, ain't you, Ronan?
Yes, I am. I'm gonna go ahead and actually step out now, if anything, while the timing is well. I'm gonna go to bed.
Follow Ronan. Watch him play games on Twitch.
Watch me play games on Twitch as usual. And starting this Sunday, I can promise you all, I'm also going to be dual streaming on YouTube as well. I will be doing that because I see that a lot of people are watching on YouTube as well. And it's time I stop being fucking lazy. So catch me on YouTube, catch me on Twitch, whatever you guys want. I'm definitely going to be doing that. You know, we'll be back to that.
All right. I might play some more Harry Potter or not. I don't know. About Well, let's see. Give me an hour. I'll play some more Harry Potter.
Very nice. All right, then. I'm going to go ahead and step out. Chat, y'all have a good night. Darkish, you have a good night.
Later, man.
And my outro won't be as cool as Royce, but until next time, stay hydrated, be great, and as always, Deus Vult!
All right. So, I guess it's my turn to exit this call with some grace. So, become ungovernable, motherfuckers. Become ungovernable.